This next topic, that of adding positive and negative numbers, is either one of the easiest or one of the more challenging topics, both to learn and to teach, to tell you the honest truth. Here goes. I'm going to start with just the rules for addition. If you have a positive plus a positive, that will equal a positive number. If you have a negative plus a negative, that will equal a negative number. That's like having two bills that you have to pay. You have more debt altogether. If you have a positive plus a negative, or if you have a negative plus a positive, I can't tell you directly what your answer is without telling you or knowing what the numbers are. So I'm going to say the answer depends. Now that's kind of a weird thing for me to say. First question you want to ask is, which do you have more of? Do you have more positiveness or do you have more negativeness? Once you determine that, that will be the sign of your solution, and then you are going to subtract the numbers. Now I'm going to say subtract the numbers. Technically you're subtracting the absolute value of the numbers, ignoring the signs on them. Now this is the most direct way of explaining the problems. However, it's not the way I do them, as you're going to see in a moment. Let's go through these problems. Here we go. First few problems. A negative 8 plus a negative 7. That's a negative plus a negative, which gives you more negativeness, and we're going to have negative 15. When we have a positive plus a negative, now we ask, okay, which do I have more of? We note that there's more positiveness than negativeness, and so our answer is going to be positive, and then we're going to subtract the numbers, ignoring the negative. 14 minus the 9 makes 5. If you have negative 8 plus 3, again, opposite in sign, so I have to ask which do I have more of. There's more negativeness, so this answer will be negative, and then subtract the absolute values of the numbers. That would be just the 8 and the 3. Subtract them to get negative 5. Now, that's how to do it on the surface. Now, let me give you a couple other models. Model number 2 is, look at this in terms of money. If you have negative 8 and negative 7, that's two different bills that you owe to two different places. Together you owe more debt. If you have 14 plus negative 9, there is more in your bank account than you're taking away, so your answer is positive. 14 minus 9 is 5. In this third case with the negative 8, there's more debt that you owe, but you get $3 to help fill in part of that debt, and so you're only at negative 5. So I've presented two models for you. One is that of just memorizing the rules. The second, looking at this in terms of money. The third approach is a little bit on the cheesy side, but it works. It's that of a negative representing a screaming kid and a positive representing an ice cream cone. If you have 8 screaming kids and 7 more screaming kids, you've got 15 screaming kids. If you've got 14 ice cream cones and 9 screaming kids, you can shut up, so to speak, 9 of those kids, leaving 5 extra ice cream cones, more positiveness. And if you've got 8 screaming kids and 3 ice cream cones, you can shut up 3 of those screaming kids, leaving only 5 screaming kids left. I like that approach, even though it's a little cheesy, because you see how a positive and a negative cancel out, and how it's more important to pay attention to which do you have more of. Now, your choice. You can take any one of those 3 models. Memorize the rules, deal with money, or deal with this ice cream cone approach. Whatever is effective for you. And at first, take your time. The speed will come. And if you're having trouble, go find yourself some flashcards somewhere and drill yourself. This is a key skill, and we don't want the positive and negative signed numbers messing up your success for the rest of this class when we need to focus on other things later on.